I thought we would talk about the new Marks and Spencer's Christmas advert. Now, it's not quite as important as what we've already covered, but I actually think there is something to be learned from this about the current state of the country at large. Because these sort of Christmas adverts, the supermarkets produce their own sort of very well crafted, high quality Christmas advert. It becomes a bit of a thing where normal society sees these, normal people see these on the television or whatever they're watching, and so it is something that matters, weirdly enough, to anyone who's outside
I,
of the country.
I,
It's like, why would this matter? It kind of is an event.
I
And
find
so,
it quite frustrating, really, because I can never get over the fact that it's an advert trying to sell you a product. And then I hear
yeah.
people saying, oh, have you seen such and such's new advert? And it's like, well, why would I willingly watch an advert?
Yeah, well, the thing is, again, we'll watch this. So this is Marks and Spencer's first one they put out, and it's quite traditional, and everything looks very normal and Christmassy, and it's little anime glove puppets and whatnot. And so it's very inoffensive, right? This is a totally normal sort of TV Christmas advert that represents the right things about Christmas. It's homely, it's warm, it's cold outside, but it's warm inside, and everyone's jolly and happy to be in the Christmas spirit,
I
right?
think in a word that you would describe them as wholesome, perhaps.
Sure, yeah, it's much more wholesome, sort of kid friendly advert, right? And this came out a day ago, and no one noticed, right? But then the next day, Marks and Spencer's released this advert, which is a different advert, a different kind of advert. And I figured we'd watch this. It's only a minute 20 long. And it was not a lot longer than the average advert, obviously, because these aren't just adverts. They're kind of a kind of statement of intent.
If you're anything like me, witnessing the gradual decline of Western civilization can really drain your energy. But if you want to get through the day with your sanity intact and keep a sharp mind as we wade through the ashes together, a good night of restful sleep is vital. That's why you need Rest Again. Rest Again is a natural supplement that contains 11 scientifically backed ingredients designed to get you to sleep and help you to stay asleep by working with your body's natural processes and not against them. Rest Again wants to ensure you get a great night's sleep and make sure to do this by sticking to doses of ingredients that have been shown to work and have not chosen the cheap option for you. Rest Again starts by supplementing the vitamins that your body needs to produce GABA and melatonin, the sleep chemicals, naturally, including vitamin D, B6, and magnesium. Then, Rest Again adds in herbal extracts like ashwagandha and L-theanine, which have been shown in scientific studies to help people get a better quality of sleep. And to top that off, Rest Again gives you what you need to get to sleep at night, not just after your body has started producing what it needs. That means an extra dose of melatonin and GABA that tells your body it's time to sleep. Rest Again doesn't claim to be magic and can't promise you that it will work for you, but if you're not getting the results that you're satisfied with, then Rest Again guarantees to give your money back. So if you're interested in improving your sleep, then click the link below and get 25% off.
We'll watch it.
Unintentionally said their slogan there. This isn't just any advert. This is an advert.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Well picked up.
Yeah, kind of. I don't watch TV.
Oh, I would do anything for love. You know it's true and that's a fact. Oh, I would do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. No, I won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of, but I just won't do that. No, no, I won't. No, I just won't do that. I won't.
This Christmas, do only what you love.
Right. So, can I get your first impressions of that advert?
Well, it's appalling on almost every level,
Right.
isn't it? Why did they go to the advertising agency who ran this M&S advert, which is a big contract. Let's be honest. It's a
Yes.
very big contract for an advertiser. And they say, we want to make an advert for people who hate Christmas. Is there anybody in your organization who can do an advert that shows how much we all hate Christmas? And we're going to kick Santa Claus off. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we're going to completely get everybody hating it because, and then I don't know where's the product? You know, where's the product? What were we supposed to buy at the end of this advert? You know, Marks and Spencer's Christmas pudding? Mince pies? No, there was just a whole, whatever it was, 28 seconds of people who hate Christmas, some of whom apparently are celebrities. Don't recognize any of them personally. What is the point of the advert other than to annoy us?
That's the point, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, exactly right. That's why this is not just an advert. This is an attack. This is a message. This is a representation of how they think reality should be. And I just thought we'd go through it very briefly. Right? So we've got here the sort of divorced single mother, it appears, because in the end, you see her daughter, but you never see her husband. So I'm going to take that she's divorced. Then you've got the gay Indian guy, just very strange choice of character, but notice how well-to-do they all seem to be, right?
Mm.
Well, they're desperately middle class. This could be a Waitrose advert, couldn't it? Let's be frank.
It absolutely could, yeah. And like, so they live, this is kind of the London socialite scene is being represented here, right? So let's go on, right? So yeah, then we've got a single woman who's trying to toast marshmallows on.
I don't
very-
believe she made that herself.
No, I don't believe that either. And so these are the things that are being represented: a divorced woman, a 40-something-year-old singleton, and a gay Indian guy.
Am I the only one who thinks all of them are incredibly sad?
Yeah, they are.
look sad to me.
They are, but like,
Well, they would be, wouldn't they? It's Christmas and they hate Christmas. They've got everything in there except somebody snorting coke.
well,
Do whatever you want to do.
Or a lot of them don't have a family as well.
the
which
and the
is
only family
interesting.
we see represented is a Caribbean one.
Who
Mm.
probably know much more about the spirit of Christmas than anybody else in the advert.
Well, that's
actually,
the point,
they'll be
isn't it?
Baptists probably,
But
and they shouldn't even be in the movie.
But the thing is, they actually, you see, actually have children represented and an old person there on the left, right? But they also have their Christmas trees, and they're not burning anything. Like, they're all actually enjoying being in each other's company, like a normal family is at Christmas, right? But for all of these weird singletons, we get the evil eyes. Oh, look, let's set cards on fire. So
Are they somebody else's Christmas cards?
no, they're her Christmas cards that she's
Well,
supposed
who
to
sent them to her? Because she's ghastly.
No. She's going to be sending them to other people, right? But instead of sending them
Oh,
to other people,
I didn't get that one.
she said, "Well, look, they're all the same card, right?" So she's
Yeah,
obviously
okay,
got
clever
lots of
fella.
cards,
Yeah,
right?
you're ahead of me.
So she's setting them on fire. So what does that mean, though, right? Because you send a Christmas card to someone to reinforce your relationship with them. So no, I'm thinking of you at this time. And so, okay, what you don't know, I'm not going to think of anyone but myself. And it's like, look, you're a 50-year-old single woman. Have you not thought of yourself enough? You know, is literally no thought for anyone else? No, I'm going to burn it. Like, and that's dramatic imagery.
It
It's
could be advert for sprinklers, perhaps, in a minute. I don't know if it went
Like,
on.
she could just put them in the bin. It could just be dumped in the bin. Like, no. We're going to set this on fire, right? The tradition of keeping in contact with friends and family that you aren't in the presence of, set that on fire is what we're being told. So, right. So we're going to, a time-honored tradition. We're going to throw that. We're going to burn that, right? Okay. So what have we got now? Oh yeah, and we've got the triumphal look of her, by the way. Oh, well done. Well done.
It's a very subversive representation of a destruction of sentiment, isn't it? ultimately?
Unbelievably subversive. And that's exactly right. It's the destruction of sentiment. No, make it all about you, because again, as if there's one thing that this kind of person hasn't made enough about, it's about themselves, right? And so you've got the divorced mother. She's desperately trying to make the snowman. It's just getting in my wine. You know what I have to do? I have to give this up. And then you've got the gay chap, obviously, is at his party with his socialite friends, and they're all having fun and playing games. Like, no, actually, I don't want you having fun at the party that I'm clearly hosting at my house. I'm going to like, why? You know, I don't want to play this game. Yeah, great. No, that means you're not allowed to play the game either. I'm going to throw it in the fish tank, and somehow I'm happy with this. This is good. I'm somehow a good and important person now. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's so disrespectful. As if this is a person to aspire to, but of course that's what they're being portrayed as. And yeah, then you've got this woman who apparently is very tired of the toys and decorations, so she knocks it out, but she's not at least ruining it in front of her family. You, of course, have her throwing. Well, actually, that's it. So there's an interesting bit here, but she was originally throwing the party hats into the fire. Again, tradition, you pull a cracker, you get a party hat out. My wife makes me wear the party hat. I don't like them, but okay, I do it anyway. But instead, she's like, nope, I'm going to throw it into the fire, throw all of the decorations into the wood chipper, because doing things for other people, like her children in the house, that's just too much goddamn work. You know what? No. I mean, this was called Love Thismas, not Thatmas, as in do it for yourself, because if there's one thing we don't have in this society at the moment, is people being so self-absorbed.
I think this could unintentionally be a very clever advert for Marks and Spencer's brand wood chippers, bats, and blowtorches. But
no, I think it's if anything, a very clever advert by their opposition to make you not want to go to Marks and Spencer. This is the kind of person that shops at Marks and Spencer. Okay, great. I'm going to Iceland.
I used to shop there.
Yeah. Oh, it's little for us.
Yeah, exactly. Anywhere else that doesn't do this, I'm going to go to, right? So I thought we'd talk about just there we go. So this is their rationale for this. That this came out just before the controversy, right? So Anna Braithwaite, the clothing and home marketing director at Marks and Spencer's. Anna Braithwaite. I feel that she was probably accurately represented in the advert. So she said the company had made the ad for a similar budget last year, and the change of tack reflected customer research, which indicated a desire to just relax and switch off over Christmas after a tough year. There's a lot of pressure on people with higher interest rates and mortgage payments, and everyone feels the pinch. But our customers absolutely love Christmas, and they just want to protect it. So you made a video of rich people destroying Christmas.
That's like the worst thing they could have possibly done.
It's the actual opposite of what their market research told them.
I know, it's quite extraordinary. It's just, they did everything but bar humbug, didn't they?
Yeah.
In that, everything but bar humbug.
So little kid, Tiny Tim, that's the only thing missing. Like a genuine sort of, they've taken the Scrooge position, the villain, the antagonist in Dickens's Christmas Carol, and made them the heroes.
Why is Auntie Jane on the roof?
She's destroying Christmas. Just be quiet, child. You know
what's missing from that is a Marks and Spencer's executive taking the pennies off of someone's eyes, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yes.
Oh dear,
of all the things, like, okay, yeah, everyone's feeling the pinch because everything's become more expensive and everyone's struggling. Yeah, so we've got the richest, most spoiled people that we can find, and we're going to make them denigrate your Christmas because you absolutely love it and want to protect it. Absolutely preposterous.
I don't know what you guys think about this. Our Waitrose, Sainsbury's, and everybody else suddenly emergency having midnight meetings to withdraw the adverts they've done on the same theme.
Well, I mean, if they,
my God, let's look at it again.
If they were clever, they'd be like, look, we need an advert out in 2 days, and it's going to be the most wholesome Christmassy thing.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is going to deliver all the presents. Yeah. Everyone's going to have a massive turkey. It'll be a poor indigenous British family, and they're gonna get together. And they're going to be like, this is amazing. Thank you, Waitrose or Iceland or Tesco's.
You
will clean up.
You would, wouldn't you? Get fronted by Ricky Gervais or something like that. Yeah, don't go to Marks and Spencer. They hate you.
Jeremy Clarkson or someone like that.
Yeah.
Even better, and so.
Sorry.
Sorry, no, go.
I'm still not convinced that the marketing department for Marks and Spencer's hasn't been infiltrated by Waitrose or one of their competitors.
It's a very good hypothesis.
I would suggest that anyone with the name Anna Braithwaite actually doesn't need 4D chess and is just living their authentic life, which is represented by that woman there.
Yes.
Anyway, so you would think that actually the anti-British nature, anti-Christmas nature, again, one of the few sacred times of the year that we actually have left, right? Even though Christmas, of course, is heavily commercialized, blah, 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 it's still got the underlying essence of this is when the British get together with their families and spend time with each other and show each other they love each other. So you would think that would be a cause for outrage. People are like, hang on a second, what are you doing? Why are you trying to encourage these childless singletons and divorced mothers to burn their Christmas and be all about themselves?
They missed beating up grandma. They missed a trick.
Instead, that wasn't the outrage about this, right? Apparently the British public didn't care, and everyone's just like, yeah, well, we've been dumped on every single day in every single way and every other time, as we've shown earlier on the podcast. No, the outrage was because, and they had to clip this out so you didn't see this while watching it, but apparently there was a Palestinian flag in it and it got burned in the fireplace. Now, they've got an image here. There isn't a Palestinian flag.
Oh, yeah, the hats that have come in those colours for such a long time.
Silver is not on the Palestinian flag.
No.
So this advert was filmed in August before the Hamas attack on Israel. And obviously, this is the woman takes the things off her head and throws them into the fire. It's like, great. So none of that was offensive. It was only offensive because it vaguely resembled the colors of a Palestinian flag. And that's the current thing right now.
Let me ask you something. Were Italians offended?
Well, exactly. It's a lot more like an Italian flag.
Or
No,
Mexicans?
Zero Mexicans
Good
or
point.
Italians. Zero Mexicans. It kind of looks like the colors of the Palestinian flag, though.
Palestine has now trademarked those colours. They're the only country that's allowed to use them.
Apparently, I mean, like Marks and Spencer's like, no, we were trying to dump on Britain. We didn't mean to dump on Palestine.
Yeah, well,
You know?
it was good.
Like, we're so sorry. It's like,
It was collateral damage, wasn't it?
yeah, exactly. Literally, we didn't know this was going to be the current thing when we filmed the advert. You know, we thought it was totally safe to burn British Christmas, not Palestinian.
Oh, no, we mustn't
Christmas,
do that.
you know? Yeah, it's unbelievable how this country is, and this is just another just accurate representation in a microcosm of all of the problems of this country. I don't give a damn if that was a Palestinian flag. You know, I'd be like, okay, that's a weird political thing to insert. I don't,
Why would they add that in
But
the
yeah,
first place? Yeah.
No, but they wouldn't, obviously. But it'd be like, even if it was, I'd be like, okay, that's weird. But I really have a problem with your attacking Christmas because I don't care about Israel or Palestine. You know, but like, it's just, what are we doing as an entire civilization? And this is, again, these Christmas adverts provide a kind of snapshot of where the country is at and are trying to represent essentially role models. You know, which is why the only family you got to see was a Caribbean. You know, they're the only people who get to have wholesome role models on TV anymore. But of course, Marks and Spencer put out a groveling apology to the Palestinian activists. Today, we shared an outtake image from a Christmas clothing and home advert that was recorded in August. It showed traditional, festive, red and green and silver Christmas paper party hats and a fire grate. That sentence. It showed traditional, festive, red, green, and silver paper hats and a fire grate. Yeah, that's the problem. You were literally burning the tradition. And you're like, sorry, no, we were just burning the tradition. We weren't attacking Palestine. We're so sorry for any unintentional hurt caused. We're not sorry for the intentional hurt. That was on purpose. Right? We did all of this on purpose. We didn't know that Palestine would be the current thing.
Has Hamas released a statement about Marks and Spencer's yet?
Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. But as you can see, the replies being like, oh, I can't believe you're burning the Palestinian flag. And it's just like,
I think it was a good, clever get out, actually, in some way. Is it how on earth do we dig ourselves out of this hole? Let's apologize to Palestine. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're quite like, say, Mexico. You know, why not Mexico?
yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, there are people like this entire thing was a vile attack on English culture, but sure, use that as the excuse to pull it. You know?
It's clever because it took the focus right away from the real truth of the matter.
Yeah.
That is a disgusting advert.
But at least, as you can see, the people in the replies, they at least get it. Like, sorry, what are you doing? You're attacking our culture and you're apologizing to the Palestinians for a tangential, apparent reference, which obviously wasn't there. Unbelievable. But anyway, so just to finish this off, we were talking about role models on the Lads Hour yesterday, which was a really, it was yesterday, which was a really good episode because it's not just, of course, British role models. It's role models for young men. Role models everywhere are being deliberately denigrated. And one thing that came out of this I thought was really interesting is how Zoomers look at male role models. The Zoomer, I don't know about yourself, but like when I was growing up, the traditional male role model was a conquering hero, right? The hero wins, he gets the girl, and he rides off into the sunset. That's the point. The Zoomer male role model is encapsulated in, what's that guy's name?
Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling, right? Is the noble loser. He loses and just has to endure the loss. And that's what's been internalized by the guys in their 20s, whereas I'm in my 40s. And so I'm like, why the hell would you celebrate that guy? You know, but that's what their culture is now. And it's the same sort of thing that is happening with this advert. You know, it's like internalize your culture has been destroyed and it's been lost, it's been burned, and you just have to be the noble loser at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm not a noble loser. I'm a really terrible loser.
I don't think that she's a noble loser because she seems quite happy that the tradition is being
Sure,
eroded.
but she's not part of the traditional British culture as she's showing here.
Okay.
She doesn't have a family. She doesn't care about.
So does she think she's a loser?
No, she's part of the winning team.
Yeah.
But we, the people, the traditional people of Britain,
Yeah.
have got to sit there and just go, yeah, no,
It's
we're
appalling.
gonna be noble losers about it. And this is like, I didn't even know before we started doing this lads hour, this is the mindset of the Zoomers, the younger millennials. Like but it totally is. I'm just like, right, okay, well, we have to change that completely, don't we? You know, I'm not having this noble loser attitude.
I'm completely and utterly out of my depth. My hero was Freddie Truman and Peter May.
I have no idea who they are.
Exactly. Well, sort of 1950s cricketers.
But did they win?
No, they did a lot of winning.
Good.
Some losing, yeah. But I mean, fiery Fred Truman was every boy's hero, the fast bowler. He was a demon bloke. I knew him personally, top bloke.
At the end of their stories, were they considered to be losers or winners?
Winners.
Of course. The Zoomers, Ryan Gosling, he loses at everything. He's the loser in every film.
I'm
But
sorry, can somebody explain Zoomer? What's a
the
Zoomer?
younger generation, 25 and younger.
Okay.
Their male heroes are just people who stoically accept their own loss. Whereas that to me is just not a good ideal for anything. And this is essentially what is being portrayed to us in this. It's just, no, you just have to accept that these people get to burn your traditions. They get to burn they get to make you a loser, burn your traditions. It's all this degeneration and denigration of what it is to be ourselves. And I'm very tired of it. And I'm not having any of it.
If you appreciated that episode from the podcast of the Lotus Eaters, you can go to lotuseaters.com to get access to all the premium content that's on the site, such as the Contemplation series, this episode on the debate about liberalism, part 2. If you'd like to find out what else is being put out, you can follow on Twitter at lotuseaters_com on Twitter. Thank you and goodbye.